Yes, this me.
Money in the way for what they got to say. I throw it up, it's falling down, it's definitely in the way.
All right, guys, so we're back again, another Shakedown Sunday. We're going to run through your ideas for the week. We're going to go over some shakes ideas, some of mine as well. We're going to go over some good trade, bad trade, book of the week, and some goals that you guys exceeded this week. So we're going to start with Benny sent over Cats through 1850.
It's at $19 right now. No, it already passed that.
Yeah, PINC.
Hey, even so, it just needs a little bit more of a setup. I mean, it looks like today was the day to buy it if you're getting involved. If you bought it today, it's fine. It looks good.
Definitely agree. We have PINC through 38.
Yeah, that looks okay. It doesn't look like it's going to trigger. That closed pretty weak today. Through 38, I can see the trade, but I don't think that's going to come to fruition anytime soon.
Yeah, if you zoom out back to 2014, like 39, is a pretty big level. So it just needs some time.
I definitely see the level. I just don't think that the trade's ready yet.
Okay. You also mentioned, HMSY.
This HMSY. So this is a thin ass name, really thin name, but I've been watching this name a while since earnings. Mm-hmm. It's getting so tight that it's got to really pick a direction soon. It's just been chopping around between 30 and 32. Chopping around between 30 and 32. But yeah, I mean, above this 3150, I'm definitely looking to buy that one, even though it's a thin name. The setup's really nice, really tight.
I like it too. That for me, that's like 32 buy, stop, set and forget, and then little you said, that's like the field, like the spot to pick up. Yeah. We had a few of Eric's ideas. He had ACAD through 26. Got smoked today.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just got smoked today. It looked good at the beginning of the day. That one's probably a short through 24, to be honest. Sorry.
Mentioned Met 49. I mean, we've been buying this at 48. Hasn't really done much. I actually got rid of it yesterday. It's okay, but just this thing's been kind of asleep for.
Yeah, no, I mean, the name's just a grinder. It's one of those, dividend-bearing names. It doesn't move too much. It's not one of these crazy tech names. It's an insurance name. But, I mean, the level looks good. It's a strong chart. So you can't really contend with it. I just don't think you're going to make 10% anytime soon in this name.
Yeah, with you. You also mentioned Lennar, LEN through 54. And that's another one. You zoom out back to 2015. You can see that 54 has been a pretty decent.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with the home builders right now. But, I mean, the level's there. I guess it makes sense. But definitely not my favorite chart.
Yeah. Let's see. We have Lewis Stein, LH, he mentioned today. I think it was 168 was the level.
Yeah, same thing. It was a little weaker today, but above that 168, 169 area, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Another one we had, Connor Crawford, INXN 75.
Yeah. I mean, it needs 2 or 3 weeks of sideways action. If it does nothing for 2 or 3 weeks, then I'd look to buy it. Right now, though, just not enough consolidation at highs.
You want to see some pain? I got stopped out on April 22nd, literally by the penny. At 60, literally the worst. That was one of my worst trades this year.
Where was this stop? Where is this right at 66?
Literally, I don't remember the exact price, but I just remember I think I lost 5% and it pushed me out, and it literally was the low, the dead low. That was just mental error. Yeah, I hate that name. Anyways, he had Yum C42. It's kind of like a sneaky buyback. Probably not really your kind of setup.
Nah. That's not ready. I don't like that one.
Yeah, we have. Let's see.
It went on a crazy run, fell from highs, and just kind of is chopping around a really wide range. There's no pattern. There's no tightness. There's not really much consolidation. If anything, it's been downtrending since the beginning of May. So, I mean, right now that's an avoid for me, or just kind of wait till it sets up. But right now, nothing there.
I'm with you on that. Matt Golden, it's first week in alpha. He had SRE 136. That broke out today.
Yeah, no, I mean, great strong name and all that, but I mean, it just needs a few weeks to consolidate before anything's going to really happen there.
Haven't mentioned pins, PINS.
Oh, did he now? Fuck, this is on my list. I murdered this Pinterest. I bought this 25 here, the stop 24, and I sold almost all of it into 28, 29. It was like one of the best trades I've had this quarter. But I held on to a chunk, just giving it all the way back to that 24, and this thing is just winding up. I think it's really ready through 28 next week. I'm gonna reload. It looks like it's gonna give us a tight entry through with a 2650 stop. I like this one a lot, though. Definitely.
Like that too. We have Khan mentioned HQY72.
I mean, that was just weak today. I mean, he probably sent this in early in the day.
Yeah,
It looked good going into the day, but had a really weak Friday. So probably not. Probably needs a little more time.
definitely pass. Harambe Tim, he dropped Uber. It's actually kind of starting to set up 45.
Yo, this 45 is going to be crazy if it ever comes to fruition. I mean, right now, Uber, it's trades so wide. Every day is like a 10% day for the stock. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had such a horrible – I got shaken out so badly in this name on June 3rd, and then I didn't buy it when it really went. So I was like not forgiving myself in this name. But through 45, I mean, this one looks good in time, but it just needs to tighten up.
Yeah. We got Chris Mora, who's been on a tear. What is it, 14 green
Fucking
days?
tear.
Yeah.
Was
so,
he? Yeah, 14 straight.
11 comma days.
11 comma, not fucking bad. We met him at the Christmas party, and he was like in awe. He's like, I can't believe you meet your real traders, and now he's fucking making me money. It's so funny how it works.
Yeah. So I have all of his ideas. He's got like a good 6. We have
He can get all 6.
Yeah.
What?
FIVN 51.
Oh shit! This is like my favorite chart going into next week.
Yeah,
I love this descending channel. I mean, these software names have been market leaders. This one, it had a really ugly day, June 3rd, big sell-off, but it stopped at 200-day moving average. Now it has this beautiful descending channel. Had a really wide inside week, so it's gonna be tough to find an entry on this one. Hopefully, it gets a little tighter. Nice that I had 2 tight days, but 51 is definitely the spot to look for. I want to see a surge of volume through that area.
Nice. Next one.
I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I pulled it up. I was like, ooh, it's nice. Next one.
Nice software.
Yeah, PCRX 45.
Oh, he's taking all my fucking trades. Nah, I mean, I mentioned this one last week in the shakedown. It's just got this huge macro base, and it's like I'm a monthly chart. It's this beautiful base, and now it's just starting to consolidate tighter on the daily. The official trigger for this trade is probably that 49.50 area, but it looks like this 45-ish is going to give us a nice little entry. So yeah, I like that one as well.
Sky W.
Yep, 62.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah, we've been waiting on this one. This one looks good. I mean, nothing to really say. Nice level, nice consolidation. Just been getting tighter and tighter. 62.
Yeah, we got FRT 134. We hit 133, but like 134 is a little more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a REIT, so I don't love trading REITs because they don't really trade wide ranges. They're more, money where you go to park your money. But the weekly is spectacular on that FRT. Looks really nice. Looks like it's definitely going higher. I like that one. It's just 3 days up, going into the level. Probably won't go Monday, or if it does, it's like you can't really use a low of day stop. You kind of got to give that one more room because true support's down to 130. But I like the name. Yeah, looks good.
We got Bold 40.
Yeah. We've been waiting for this one. Whenever this Bold wants to go, we're ready for it. It looks good. $40.
Yeah, the one thing I like is it looked like 35 has been the out for like the last quarter, and like as of 2 days ago, it held 36. So we're starting to get like those higher lows. So we can
Right. So tightening up. Resistance coming in, support coming up. It should give us that entry soon.
Yeah, and then we got NEWR. That was just one short through.
Oh yeah, the 95. I was looking at this too. It's 94.50, 95. Because it just tried to bounce so many times the level and just kept failing. It looks pretty good, but today it pierced that support level and the buying showed up. So the jury's still out on this name, whether it's going to hold this 95 or not. If it can't, it's a short below that area, and if it can, it's like a great support buy. So, I mean, it's just a major inflection point for the stock. So we'll see.
Yeah. A couple guys, June as well as Jordan, both looking at S-Fix through 30. Actually,
Yeah, buddy.
I'm sure my buy stop today closed 93s.
Yeah, 29.93. That thing almost went today at the end of the day. I love this SFX for next week. I was saying that last week in the chat. I mean, just the volume, the level, the earnings. I mean, just the change of composure in the stock. There's so many things to like about it. It's been getting tighter and tighter. It looks like it's coiling up for a big run. They made it so tough today, closing it right at the level. Fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like you got to buy this one against that kind of 2750 area. Should be good. I have a feeler. I was big last week on the day. It looked like it was going to go, and I slimmed down on my size when it showed it wasn't ready yet. But it looks like I'm going to have to get ready to add next week at some point.
I'll be in there with you. Carly B mentioned KDP. You didn't really mention
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I think he wants to buy 29.
Yeah, no, that looks good. Strong name. Nice pattern. Vicious uptrend in this thing. But yeah, that 29 looks good. Nothing wrong with that chart.
All right, so we looks like we ran through all the members' ideas they submitted.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna jump on some of the ideas you're looking at for the week ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't get to do my my full sweep of charting yet, but here's just what I'm looking at through Friday. I love that pins. Heaven mentioned that Pinterest. That one looks really good to me. I really like that 5.9 that Chris mentioned through 51 area. What else? I mean, I like this S-Fix. This SMAR, Smart Sheet. So it's not tight yet, but I think this name's about to explode. They just had earnings. It's a recent IPO. And, you know, we're in an environment where it's really risk on for these IPOs. This 46.50 area looks like the spot. If they let it get tight for us, you know, under level, that's when you want to load the boat. But right now it's just trading so wide. So it's tough to get a lot of size. I have a feeler in it, but I'm not really big in it yet. I didn't find a good entry. Definitely watching that one. This LK, Luckin Coffee. Shouts out to E-Rich. He mentioned this in the chat. This was not on my radar at all. This is all him. This 19 area. You got to focus on the recent IPOs right now. They're just going fucking nuts. So it's like it'd be such a mistake to just let all these names go. So you know, as we were talking about that Uber, we had Fiverr go public. So I like this LK Luckin Coffee, the Chinese Starbucks. It looks like, you know, you kind of had to buy that 19 quarter-ish area, maybe 1950 next week we'll be watching. That looks really good. I mentioned Fiverr, FVRR, a disgusting price action today. But a huge day one. And I think this name's going to tighten up and coil. I think this is going to give a really good trade. Just if you look at the psychology of this name. So this Fiverr is all about the gig economy, which is like we're seeing a huge transition to that. We're seeing the WeWorks of the world just grow and become massive, and people are becoming more self-sufficient. And what they do is they kind of provide all the services that someone may need, maybe marketing, maybe promotional videos, whatever it is. So I can just see from a psychological standpoint, kind of where the market's at for this right now, that it could be a really big name. You look at the Beyond Meat IPO, and it's just like everything plant-based is so hot right now. Everything gig economy is so hot right now. So I see, you know, both of those just making sense just theoretically. But the price action isn't there yet. It gave us a good day one. Not much day two yet. But, I mean, that one's definitely, you know, hard on my radar.
Nice. Do you wanna go over some of your trades? Good trade, bad trade for the week?
Oh, yeah. What's up? Let's start on positive note, right? Good trade of the week. Oh, my God. I'm fucking killing this PD. It was funny because I had such a shit day. What was that? When did we buy this? We bought this the 12th. We bought this Wednesday. I had a shit day trading Tuesday. I was fucking so mad at myself. Just made dumb mistakes. But this PD set up, and, you know, I was really proud of myself. No hesitation. Just fucking loaded the boat. It went off the open. It was trading pretty thin. It was funny. It was tough to get stock, and then it was indicating above. It was 49, what is it, $50.80 bid by like 51.07, just like 2,000 shares, just fucking market buy. I was the one who triggered the whole trade. All the buying came in after that. But that one's it's up like $6 quick from where we're buying it. It just looks so explosive through highs. And on that note, all right, so bad trade. So that was easy money. But this MDSO, I was talking people in the what up? I was telling people in the chat how I just we were in this and we were buying it against 89. We were buying it against 89. It's holding up. 89 is holding up. Just buy against 89. And then, what was this? It was Monday. Monday, it opened right at the level and just kind of sold off all day. And then people were starting to sell. I completely changed my game plan. I was looking at the crowd. I was looking at everyone selling. I was like, oh, no, I don't want to be in this. I want to save some money. So I cheated my stop by $1. And then we could see the next day it absolutely ripped.
Mm-hmm.
So, major mistake, just like an absolute rookie mistake, changing my stop. Just, kind of a bullshit trade. That's what I was really mad at myself for. Then I came in the next day and bought that PD, kind of made up for it. But, it just goes to show you, you're constantly trying to improve and just not make the same mistakes and, not trade your P&L and such. But it was funny how that was just like such a rookie mistake. So yeah, that was definitely my worst trade of the week. What you got?
So my best trade was this DXCM.
Oh yeah, that was nasty.
Buying
oh
this,
my
it's like
God.
so it was like buying 120, added 122, added 120. Was it 124? And I actually completely forgot about it. The day that it went on the 10th, I had a 128 buy stop. Completely forgot, and it just ripped off the open.
Yeah,
I think my stop's 143.89. So this was just like perfect. Like, and one thing
Can you have a better week with it? Look at this, the 5-day action in this stock. Can you have an easier week buying a stock?
And I honestly didn't even realize I was in it until probably like 11 o'clock on the 10th. I was like, it triggered. I'm like, oh, wow.
Triggered. Oh, I'm in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like,
trading so easy.
that was the main thing I think with that trade was like, I've been focusing on like, if I'm dollar cost averaging, I'm always buying at a higher price. So it's like, it is a perfect example. Like I bought 120, bought 122, bought 124, then bought 128. And then it finally goes like, this is what the 5th time I bought this thing. And it's like now, really that 156 is like, or 152, 156 is like a pretty big resistance level going back.
Oh yeah.
So it's like now I got like really good stock that as long as I kind of sit with it, I can have good stock. And if it's not really ready yet and it still wants to roll back over, I can still lock in like a pretty solid trade.
Yeah.
A couple of like the sneaky buybacks that didn't work, like Intel this week. We bought 46. Some of the guys bought 45. Just wasn't ready. I got stopped out today. I lost like 30 cents, but it just kind of like in limbo. That wasn't, just kind of like a lunch money loss. CF was one. Again, this was like the XM. I kind of forgot about it. I had a 40.
Wait, did you get in this? I was just looking at this now.
I got triggered.
That's got a nice base. This 46.
Yeah, this is like just like DXM. I had the 4405 buy stop in, completely forgot about it. It triggered 2 days ago, and I was like, if it gets to 46, like that's a pretty solid level. But now I can sit in at 44. I have a break even stop. If it's not ready, no big deal. If it is, I don't have to really be perfect in the trade. LOW was like Intel, or it's like again, 98 buy stop, kind of same little area in the chart like Intel. Break even stop. If it doesn't work, not the end of the world. But if this does sort of form the base, it's a decent little price.
Yeah.
I got something at Nike. I bought off Lowe's that like big day. This was June 4th. So I had like a 79 buy stop. Trigger is ripped. And you can just see like this like 86, like 88 area of like resistance. It kind of reminds me of like Merck right now when it's like retesting 84. So like I got like, quick, 4 or 5 points at a Nike. It's like you got to just kind of take that.
Yeah.
Not really expect like 10, 20 points at a name like Nike. Duncan, that was a name like I hated to buy. We spoke about this in the chat on like the 7th.
Wow.
7th. And I literally bought the day, it pulled back in, and I knew it. I'm like, it's like 4th day up. Like I hate buying this name, but it's like the 4th time nail. I kind of have to do it. And first day, I'm like immediately wrong. Just pulls back like $1 in my face. I'm like, God damn it! I get stopped out again in this name, and it's up $5 since then or $4 since then. So I just have like a low day stop, 79.89. It stops me out. At least I made some money in it, and then we can get back in. Let's see. That was a lot of the PGR I learned a little bit from. We had that sneaky buyback, but I had this like a lot of these I'm learning where it's like I have the stop too tight. So like I got stopped out like through 79, and again it rips another $5. So it was too tight on the stop, and that's kind of just kind of have to constantly improve on like trying to make sure we lock in profits in the winners, but also giving the winners the right room. And that's kind of like the next lesson for DXM, where it's like,
Right, that's what I was going to say. It reminds me
it's like that stop might be too tight, But it's like
yeah, I was gonna say I didn't want to fuck with your trade, but it looks like you have such good stock. It's like the 8 SMA is like $13 below where it's trading right now, so it's only natural. It's gonna have to catch up in some manner. But I mean, the weekly chart is fucking insane for the stock you have. So it's like
that's like that toss up that it's everyone's always working on the right spot to put it. So that's even somewhere I can like put half there or a quarter and give some we can also talk. So again, some names looking for the weekend, kind of same as last week. FMX 100 still not ready, but major level. Boya is beginning a little bit tighter. You mentioned last week, probably wasn't going to go this week. Pretty on point with that. Still looking to buy 55 versus 53. It's about 3% risk. Let's see, SRPT.
Yeah.
We were like so hyped about it. Of course, I got triggered like right off the open on Monday, and it pulls back a couple bucks. But again, I'll still buy 125. Still looks great. I don't care that it pulled back 2 days. It's still kind of chopping around the same spot. Again, we spoke about SFIX, U-Haul.
This SRPT, if it has proved anything, just fucking wait for the level. No feelers in this one. Don't fucking buy off support. Just wait till it breaks that 125.50. It's funny because Monday, this was the trade of the week this week, and I was so excited about it. I had the inside day right below the level. And then I was setting my orders Monday morning, and it fucking triggered. And it was like one of those bullshit triggers that just like it ticks a few day traders in, and then right off the open, and then just sells. You got in? I was like, oh fuck! I saw everyone bitching about it. I was like, oh fuck! Like trade, yada. But I was setting my orders and I missed it. Something I've learned though, I don't set as many if it's close to level. I don't set as many buy stops right off the open in those names when it's that close to level because I've been a victim to this so many fucking times this year. That I just had to get it out of my system where it's like I'm only manually buying it if it's close to level. I got to see it. But I mean, this name just proved 125.50 is now that level. 125 or 126. You could wait the extra bit, but I mean, it's such a nice base that you really want to be involved when it does go, even if you took that loss.
Yeah, something on buy stops. It's almost like we have like the 15-minute rule for like gap downs. I feel like we should almost have like a rule for like the 30-minute rule for buy stops. Where like you don't put a buy stop in until after 10, so you don't you don't get ticked in.
I like that.
Yeah. So we talked about SFIX, we talked about U-Haul. I think Higgins has been talking about GLPH for a while. That that 180 looks pretty good. Obviously.
GLPH.
Yeah, that 180 like it just looks sick if you really zoom out.
Oh yeah, it does. It just it was weak today.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the bios got a little beat up today. And then VRTX was another one. So I don't remember. I can't remember who mentioned it, but it was like that 175 area. They mentioned like it looks kind of like DXCM, but it just needs a little bit more time. And I definitely
tighten up a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that. Again, we have the SPY kind of in this new range. Resistance 292. Real out is 272. A couple of the guys who mentioned this little flag up here, like this is the SPY. This entire market. We're near third times the charm, but like really when we're looking at like the overall market in general. You really look back at these breakouts, like you look at even like we were trading together at when we were hitting the like resistance on the SPY, it was like for like 18 months we kept hitting that level and like we couldn't break it. So it's like we're not gonna like even if we really tip new highs, it's like we're not gonna have this like monster breakout anytime.
I agree with you there, but I think it was really, really, really positive that we hit resistance this week and just didn't sell off. All we've done is gone sideways. This amazing consolidation. So when we had that, I'm not saying the market's, jumping 10% next week, but there's going to be a lot of good charts that respond in that scenario. So it's more of a risk on environment seeing that week of consolidation. That was really positive to me.
Yeah. It's definitely like the individual trade. It's, you want to focus on SPY's doing, but still knowing like the levels and just focusing more on like those A+ trades. So we kind of hit a lot of the charts already. We have some of the goals the members exceeded this week, family-wise. We had Ivan Martin welcome his new daughter, Melina. We have actually a guy getting started. Stefan just became a father. His son, Aiden.
Hey.
And then we have Adam Rab post a little Bezos in the chat today, which was hilarious. Gina's birthday. A lot of good family stuff. Trading-wise, I want to give a big congrats to Kyle Verna and Bella. They're going to start doing the Roth IRA, which is great. Gina with another comma day this week, going hand in hand with his birthday. Brian, I can't really pronounce his last name. Labong? But he had his first comedy day. He shot me a message. He was like super pumped about it. He's been with us for awesome for him to see that, for us to see that. Brian Ritchie, another comedy day. Both Brian's both in Florida, so maybe you guys can get up, meet up and grab some beers. Chris, 11th comedy day, 14 green days in a row. He almost sounds like our Chris from
right.
Stan, one of the new guys in the chat this week, had his best day, 6% up, which is great to see.
Not too bad.
Yeah. And then business-wise, again, big ups to Mike Higgins. He got his second batch of the power caps. Awesome to see that. And then
what do you say? You got $80,000 worth of fucking pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, like an 18-wheeler full of like student bills. I'm like, you're gonna.
I love it. I love it. Just building out here.
I thought you had some the other day when you slept until 10. I'm like, Higgins sent him some And then on another note, D'Angelo, he's one of our prior alpha guys. I was talking to him this week, and he has like a social media business that he was like starting to run, and he was talking to me. He like needed to like raise money to like start doing this thing. I'm like, it's a service business. Like, why do you need to raise money? You're just selling a service. And he didn't really have an answer. We spent like an hour or two like kind of going through like his sales process, and then gave him like a deadline to get his first client. Pretty much cold call 100 people. Again, he's a young guy who's in finance and wants to go person to person and talk about marketing when he's a finance major. So we're like, don't do that. You're gonna look kind of stupid, but you're very smart. You speak very well on the phone. Like, keep it on the phone so no one really can see you. And he texted me this morning at 7 a.m. He's like, I got 2 clients already. And like, so now his business actually started, where prior he was like, I'm going to start it in 6 months once the site's perfect and beautiful.
Right.
And like, fuck, the site doesn't care. Just go get some clients. So it's awesome to see that he got his first 2. And then, wrapping up, the book of the week, Driven by Manny Khoshbin. We've seen him on Instagram. The guy's got like $30 million worth of cars in real estate. And I've started reading like 30 pages of this book, and a lot of good stuff. Nothing really related to trading, because he's more like in the real estate space. But from like a business standpoint, the guy's a monster, and came from nothing, and he's got $30 million worth of cars, $200 million in real estate. Super easy read. So that's one I'd recommend. What about you? Any good books on the radar?
Damn, caught me on the spot. What am I reading right now? I'm reading what's it called? Traits. I forget Altered Traits or something. I forget what it's called. I saw. Where I got the book? I was fucking watching Billions. I saw Wendy Rhodes reading it. It's sick. It's all about the science of mental health and your mind state and meditation and stuff, and how it actually affects the traits in your body and the chemical balances and stuff, and how it really changes your character and such. But I'm only a chapter in. I think it's called Altered Traits. I got to look back, but it's really good so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I think we covered it all.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
All right. Good call.
All right, guys. Until next week.
Right.